go back to the history of England, the land from which our language originated. What was happening in Britannia when we last discussed it? Remember? Jacob?
The Romans, changed their name.
No. What was the last thing the Romans did? Mia?
They helped the, what are they called?
Celts.
Yeah, they helped.
What was the very last thing they did,
They
Tate?
built schools and houses.
Is your name Tate?
Who are they? Yeah. They built schools, roads, and forts.
They did do all of that, but what happened after that? What was the very last thing that happened, Maya?
They helped the Celts build stuff.
That's what they said. What happened after that? Gabriel?
The Romans left in the 400s.
They left. They went back to Italy. We talked about what the Romans did for the Celts, who are now called the Britons. They protected the Britons from invaders. So after they left and went back to Italy, what do you think happened to the Britons?
They died.
Eventually everybody dies, yes, but that's not what I'm looking for. What do you think, Maya? If the Romans were protecting them from getting invaded, what do you think happened when the Romans left?
They got invaded.
Is your name Maya?
Yeah.
Okay. Maya, what do you think?
They got invaded.
They got invaded. A group called the Picts attacked the Britons from the north in an area that we now know as Scotland. At the same time, there were also a few other groups who wanted the Celts' land. So the king of Britannia thought of a plan to prevent this from happening. He hired some fierce warriors from the area that is now northern Germany to help protect Britannia from invasion. He promised these people treasures and land if they would help him. The tribes of people the king hired were known as the Angles, Saxons, and the Jews. Not Jews, Jutes. There's a T in there. Jutes.
The Jews is out of the Bible.
The tribes brought ships full of people to Britannia to fight. The Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes helped Britannia win the battle against the Picts. So, what were the names of the tribes that the king hired to help protect Britannia?
The Jews. Angles, Saxons, Jews.
Very good. The Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes lived in a land that is now what country? Do you remember?
England.
No, that's where they went to help protect. Where did they come from? No,
India.
quit just saying stuff.
India.
No, Texas is not a country.
No.
Maya,
India.
what do you think?
India.
No, not India. They came from northern,
South Dakota.
that is not a country. Northern Germany. The land where England is now had already gone through a number of changes, and our story's not even finished yet, but we'll have to talk about that later. So let's look at a word here. What is this little mark? An apostrophe, right. Who can tell me what letter we've been seeing after the apostrophe in our decodables and stuff? No, not what letter. Listen to my question, guys. Do not just start saying stuff. Listen to what I ask you. What letter have we been seeing in our decodables and on our worksheets after the apostrophe?
L.
No. S. Good, Brianna. We've been seeing an S. What does the apostrophe usually mean? Maya?
It's split. It means it's splitting one word into another word.
Okay, if we see, forget this word for a second. If we see this What does that apostrophe mean? Oh, that's not the right. No, that won't work. That won't work. Let me give you a different word.
It's kind of the same.
It's not the same thing. If that apostrophe, what does it mean in that word? It belongs to. It means that something belongs to Jan, right? So usually an apostrophe means possession. Something belongs to someone else. But this word doesn't have an apostrophe S. So it can't mean belonging. This is different than the ones we've been talking about so far. So if we take off that last part, what is that word right there? She. Very good.
It was on your hand.
And thank you, Chloe. I am aware of that. What sound do these letters make? Ooh. So what is that whole word? She'll. The word she'll, as in she'll come to my party.
And if you split the words apart, it's she will.
Thank you. The word she'll is called a contraction. A contraction is one word that's made by putting together two separate words and shortening them. So, what do you think she'll means? What two words are they, Maya?
Compound word.
What two words are in this contraction, Maya?
She, ill.
No? Mia, what do you think?
She will.
She will. Good. She'll is short for she will. But part of the word will is missing. What letters are missing?
W-I.
W-I. Very good. What did I write on the board instead of a W and an I?
No. S-H-E apostrophe L-O.
What is taking the place of the W-I? The apostrophe. When we write contractions, we put an apostrophe in the place of any missing letters. The English language has about 70 contractions. Most of them are made by leaving out two letters, just like this example. Some contractions, though, are missing only one letter. Let's look at a few examples of that. Who knows what this word is? Didn't. Do you know what words that is a contraction for?
Did not. The O is missing.
Not.
In O.
We take the place of the O. What is this word?
Where.
We're. What?
Were.
No.
We are.
We are. The contraction took the place of what letter? A. What is this word?
I am.
What is this word? I'm. What words does it make up? I am. You guys need to listen to what I ask you and not just start shouting stuff out. What is this?
Will.
What words is it?
We will.
We will. Ooh. That one took how many letters away?
Two.
That took the W and the I.
Just like she.
What about this one?
Let.
What two words is that?
Let us.
Let us. Very good. This is the only contraction that uses the word us. The only one. What is this one?
He's.
What two words is it?
He is.
He is.
Or
Very good.
another word you can say for it is his.
Okay. Let's look at another couple of words here. And no, it wouldn't be his because that's possession. He is means he is going somewhere. You can say his going somewhere. That wouldn't make sense. Remember that an apostrophe means that there are some letters missing. It's easier not to code contractions when you're trying to read them, but if you need help reading it, try breaking it down into two separate words. Okay? What is this word?
Don't.
Anybody know what words Tate? Do not. That one is spelled right, but it's not pronounced right. So that is a sight word. If you see it, you don't code it because it's not pronounced the way that it would be when you take it apart. What about this one?
Whoa.
Do you know what words that's short for?
Will.
Chloe?
Will not.
Will not. Very good. That one's not even spelled right, is it?
No.
You just kind of have to memorize that.
It
We
took
circle
out
back
the
too.
I. Will not. It took out the ILL and switched the O with the ILL and took out the ILL.
Mm-hmm. All right. Those two do not act the way they should, so they're sight words. We just have to memorize them. We are going to do a little bit more practice on the board before we split up into our groups, but this is all we have for our video, so I will see you guys in just a minute.